Alright, folks, we are back. And I've done a little bit of work. I decided that this is about the extent of how far I want these reaching out here without at least looking like they have some support. So I decided to put tubes in like that, and I think we're going to extend probably these out even further. But I did manage to collect all the diamonds we need, so we can get our fast travel done. So now we can check out this teleporter.
You have unlocked the drone teleporter pad. Construct teleporter pads on remote areas of your stations to instantly travel between them and speed up time taken to traverse your factories.
Okay, so that's exactly what I thought they were. It's not going to be for going between one place and another like the wormholes, but it'll get us through. Like if we need to get out to here for some reason, we can actually put these into the miners for when we need to upgrade the miners. We can put one here and here. Would also help get to if and when we need to set up for the titanium out there. We'd already have one at the other one, so interesting. We are going to need more diamonds for that, which I did make 2 more of these to make diamonds because holy crap, was it really slow getting us our diamonds made, which we need 75 of these. So that is interesting because there wasn't a whole lot of use for diamonds. How are we doing on silica's a little low? Carbon, we're still not doing bad on carbon, and we still have 158 in here, so let's go ahead and make 2 more of these, and that'll get us some more diamonds made. I still think we need more fiber optics, but we're running low on silica ore, and I don't believe we have another silica because we have titanium, we have a carbon out there, and unless it's hidden in one of these remote areas of the map that we haven't discovered yet, we don't have any more here, so there's not a lot we can do about that. So now we get to finish up our mission here, which is 10 photon
The nearby
light
gas giant
haulers.
Titania will be the perfect location to cloud mine for hydrogen gas. We can use this in our fusion reactors and to fuel our ships so we can launch much longer range missions around the system.
Okay, so now this is where we get to see how well we are producing all the
We've prepared
things.
a number of sensor packages we'd like you to drop into low orbit around Titania. So we'll need you to build the following ships to accomplish this.
Yeah, they're going. Now, one thing is, this is all the small cargo pods we have. And we need 6 of them per ship. So we need to start making small cargo pods. And they are produced in a fabricator. So let's start with that. This is not going to need a gas tank, so we don't need to worry about those. So this is going to need composite and reinforced frames, which we can go ahead and link this up for right now, because this has both of them stored in there. But we can also link up where they come from, which is here, and then composite, which is these two. And then we can move that over to here. There we go. So now small tanks can get made. They'll get shipped over there. And that's literally all it's waiting on is the pods. So let's go ahead and just make one more of these. And I think while we're here, because they wouldn't have given them to us if we didn't end up needing them, let's go ahead and make the small gas tanks as well. Those are going to need binding, which is over here. And the other thing was the nanoplating. And we have nanoplating right here. And then we'll link this back over here as well. So as they're needed, they can get done. Now, once we get this going well enough that it's making our ships, we will probably do like we did in the last one and put in a storage unit, so at least 250 of them can be stored. We'll just put it back over in this area here. So yay, we have 2 of 10. So this is going to take a little while. Everything should be decently taken care of. I'll sit here and kind of watch. The one I'm worried about the most is probably the reinforced frames. We'll see how that works. We are going to up this ship count to 5 for right now, so we can go ahead and get everything sent over that is needed for 5 ships. Once I get to 5, then I'll probably take it back down to 1. That way it's not filling up the input. Now it's weird that that's not got what it needs, but I'm assuming that that's because, yeah, we only have one of these and we didn't do that. Because that has what we store in it. Okay, so now that that's done, I am going to take a bit and go around and go see what's over here, what's down here, and over there. Check out all these little pods that are laying around that apparently I haven't picked up yet. Just kind of overall clean the map. And I'll be back in a minute. Alright, well, that was short-lived. As soon as I came to that first area where I said there could be silica there, oh, there is. So, let's see. Do we have the stuff? No, we need 10 gold and 5 fiber optic. And I want to go ahead and get the stuff to make a teleporter out there as well. If we have the diamonds available. There's that we need. Now it looks like we should have plenty of diamonds in here. Alright, so let's make our first teleport pad, which we'll just put right here so it's nice and centralized. And we'll just name this hub. And then for another one, we've got everything we need for that. Now we need to find a bit of gold. Holy crap, that's a lot of gold. Alright, so let's zoom our butts out here. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and put the teleporter here. I want the teleporter here. I'm thinking I want the teleporter here. Yeah, because then if we need to go to the titanium, we can get to it rather quick. The silica, and then there's that carbon that's over here as well. So we can just put this right here. This is going to be low on power now, but we also now have power taps. We'll put that off to the other side, and we'll zoom back home. Hopefully for the very last time we have to do that. And we'll make a power tap, which I need to get some nano plating, which we are currently out of because it all went over there. So let's... Oh, I need some hull plating. That we have plenty of. Go ahead and make 2 of those. And 2 of those as well. Not. That was dumb. We don't want that. We want to copy this one so we can make 2 more of those. That's what we want to do. Alright, so we can grab some of the nano plating out of here, because we literally don't need those. Alright, so power. We need 25 composite. We have that. Barely, but we have it. Alright, so we'll name this one main. And now we should not need to make this trip any longer. So now we can connect this one back to main. It gets its power. And now if we click on this, we can go to... Oh, so we don't even need one at the hub, because we can literally... The hub is a teleport. Okay, so we can take this one out. And then can we teleport to... Oh no, we can teleport out from the hub, though. Why is there a pod here? What is this? I haven't died. Why is... Oh, did they have an update and... They had an update that stopped me from being able to put 2 of them in there. Okay, that's interesting. Well, then why can we make them? What use is there for making this if we can't have more than one? Interesting. And I don't see a way to teleport back out. There's a way to teleport in, but there's not a way to teleport back. So I am going to go ahead and put this here and just name it hub. Okay, so now if I click on that, I can go to alpha, and we'll name this, well, let's look at the map. This is west. So, there we go, that takes care of that. 1 scout per 5 computers. No thank you, sir. Alright, so now we should have this stuff in the icing that this is done. We'll take care of that in a moment. And some blueprint, miner. I used half the things I needed. So I need nanoplating, advanced frames, and composite. So we'll just go back to the hub. And I never did get time to put that back to 1. So we'll just grab the stuff we need out of here. Which was nanoplating, which I didn't get enough of. And it was advanced frames, which we don't have enough of. We can go ahead and grab those. And we can grab these because they're not needed. And we'll take the composite as well. Go back out to west. And let's see if it works this time. And there we go. And we gotta do the adjustments here. That gets those online. This will then be Silica Miner 2. And I'll have to come back to get the freighter, so we're not gonna set up the freighter out here. Now, this is a question. If I grab these, and then I come over and click on my teleporter, yeah, that's gonna drop them. Yeah, I can't take them through the teleporter. Okay, so that's good. So I'm gonna do this. And we'll set up a freighter dock, which I need another computer and some more nanoplating, which doesn't seem like we are making. Oh, we're actually out of bonding finally. Interesting. Well, we're gonna have to make a few more of those, which I'm wondering if we're actually out of silica. Yeah, we're out of silica. Alright, so I'll take care of getting that finished up and get the other silicon miner in here once that gets done. You guys have seen me set up miners. So there we go, we're now at station level 6. Those guys have sent out to Titania. So we can now set up our second hub.
The sensor network we deployed has determined what appears to be the perfect location for us to establish a cloud mining station in the upper layers of Titania's atmosphere. This location has been added to the system view, and you can now establish a new station there as soon as you have the required resources.
That which we are looking into right now.
Choose another objective from the objectives panel.
We ain't got to that yet. Hush it. Alright, so I'm gonna give this a minute, let the silica come in so we can start making more of those, and be right back. Alright, I don't think we actually have enough yet to get there, because this is eating all of it and making tanks that we don't need. But I did go and finish looking around out here. Didn't find anything new except for there is, yeah, we're not getting that. There is a ship right here And I never look at this screen. I just realized 14 out of 15 artifacts found. I didn't realize it said that. So that is where our last artifact is. And I still need to go grab that stuff. But to build our station, I'm just missing those two things, which are making over here. Just they're going for making stuff that we really don't need right now. So I probably should just unlink these, but I'm not going to. I do have what we need to go grab that last artifact, so let's go down here and get this first. And we do have quite a few of these guys popping up occasionally. And yeah, if you just seen that, that was super alloy. Something is going on with the amount of loot, or the rarity of loot, that we are getting off of these guys. It is way more than what we got last time. We used to get just a little bit higher than what we could use. Now we're getting stuff that, well, since we've already done, you know, most of the playthrough through this, I don't know how much further we had to go, but I'm assuming it wasn't too far. We were only a couple missions off the end there. We know that super alloy is not going to be used for like 3 areas. And I also got advanced diamond plating, which is not going to be useful for, you know, like 3 more areas. So now I just got to manage to grab enough of these before they go using them, which we only need 50 of the nano plating. So we have enough of that. The advanced frames, what did we need for that? 25, we got 15. So I just need to get 10 more of those. There is 3. Just gotta wait for another bit of them to get dumped out here, which it looks like we're low on the regular frames, which is why we're not seeing them as much. So let's go ahead and make 2 more of those. What about the nano? Yeah, it looks like they've got plenty of the hull plating. That's not an issue. And I don't need to be carrying those around on me any longer. Nor do I need to be carrying that around any longer. We do have quite a few of these in here. We can go ahead and pop a bit in here, which we may even need to make a few more. How are we doing on titanium? Titanium looks like it's still doing relatively well. Looks like we could use a bit more carbon maybe, but that's not terrible. So that's 4 of the 10. I just need 5 more. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we've got 2 meteor strikes coming in at once. And that one's going out there. I don't actually, yeah, we've got, oh, that's a meteor storm. That's not a strike. That's the first of our meteor storms. Well, yep, we did put defenses on this, so it should be okay. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our new hub over here. And we're going to call this actually Titania Hub Station. I know that's kind of weird. I should probably change that. By the way, they added an achievement for getting to Titania apparently, because I just heard it ping off. Though it's really a bit long on the time there. Alright, so there we are. We are now in Titania. So next time we can start on mission 6 with portal technology, which is our wormhole. We just need to deliver some superconductors and some computers. And if we have a look around, we know there is like no resources here, just a lot of things that want to kill us, but not the old enemies. We have these new flying whatever the hell. Come on, give me some power. Ah, couldn't keep it on him. There we go, which just give us pods of nitrium, and that we will use later on. These guys, you gotta be careful because they will stun you, but they give you about 50 every time. And then we got the normal guys around those plant-based ship things, but these guys are a little bit harder typically than the last guys. But there's like no resources here. We're literally here just for cloud mining hydrogen. So we're going to go ahead and where is the... I thought there was a thing on the hub to do that. Maybe not. Alright, so we can see that there are 20 artifacts here. So we'll have to go search around and see what we can find here. This tells us our sunlight level, cyclone power, which is what we will be using to make power here, and then our enemy strength. And this is all we can get from here. No regular stuff. But we can just click down here, and that'll take us back to this hub. So, I will be back in the next one, and we will start running through mission 6 stuff and setting up as much as we need of stuff over there in Titania. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.